Follow up now on a story Hermela first reported Wednesday. Many Muslims in Montgomery County, Maryland are still upset after the county school board refused on Tuesday to add the Eid Al-Adha holy day to its list of official holidays. Instead, the board voted 7-1 to drop the names of all religious holidays from its calendar while keeping the days off intact.
The school board basically stripped any designation of Christmas, Easter, Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur. And as a member of the Muslim community, that's not what I was looking for. I think they made a mistake, and I think it's short-sighted.
For more, I'm joined from Washington, D.C. by Zainab Chowdhury, co-chair of the Equality for Eid Coalition and Maryland Outreach Manager for the Council on American-Islamic Relations. Zainab, great to have you with us. You've compared the school board to the Grinch that stole Christmas by avoiding giving Muslims equity when it comes to religious holidays. So what was your ideal outcome, that they declare Eid a holiday with no school?
Well, Antonio, all we were really asking for was for the Board of Education to designate September 23rd, 2015, which is a date that schools were expected to be closed for the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur, to also grant equal billing to the Muslim holiday of Eid Al-Adha, and to acknowledge that schools would be closed for that day as well. There is a significantly large population of Muslims within Montgomery County, and there's a lot of students who are affected by this. And instead, what the Board of Education did was they took all of us by surprise, and they removed all religious references from the calendar, which is not at all what we were expecting.
And I know you've gotten support from Jews and from Christians, and that the decision really didn't please anyone. Did the board overreact?
We feel so. We definitely think that they made a mistake. This was a decision that they took upon themselves without consulting with the public. We definitely weren't asking them for this kind of response. We think that it's grossly unjust for them to punish other faith groups by removing their holidays from the calendar, when in actuality all we were really trying to do is seek equality for Muslim students who are also attending Montgomery County Public Schools.
On the other hand, a couple of other counties in the area don't call religious holidays by name, and public schools in Montgomery County can't officially observe religious holidays. So given that, could the board really have decided in your favor?
Federal law grants reasonable religious accommodation in the school place. There are other school districts within the country that have recognized the Muslim holidays of Eid al-Adha on their calendar. The General Counsel, who is the legal counsel for the Board of Education, he was also present at the hearing on Tuesday, and he admitted that all three of the options that the superintendent, Dr. Joshua Starr, he laid out in his memo to the Board of Education, amongst these options was the option to include the Islamic holiday of Eid al-Adha as a reason for schools being closed on September 23rd, 2015, as all being legal options. So I know that that's really a legitimate excuse for them to not grant accommodation.
And another argument is that religious holidays are supposed to be based on absenteeism, that they really are being granted because too many kids and teachers just don't show up. So there's a secular rationale to having those days off. But according to the school board, absenteeism was only around 5.6% of students and 5% of teachers during Eid last year. So that it's not much higher than a comparable day in the previous week and not enough to cancel school. So what do you say to that point?
I'm really glad you brought that up, because this is a point that the Board of Education is reiterating, and our response to that is that a lot of parents actually did not keep their children home from school that day. So to say that that's an accurate measure of the population of Muslim students in Montgomery County Public Schools it's very inaccurate. And our other response to that is, what is the quota? There was no quota that was clarified to CAIR, to the Council on American-Islamic Relations, or to the Equality for Eid Coalition, that the Montgomery County Muslim community was expected to reach. So we really didn't know what goal we were trying to reach.
Yeah. Are you concerned about a backlash, and what do you plan to do next?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, that is a significant concern that we have, that there is a sentiment that amongst the Christian and Jewish communities, especially our neighbors and friends within the Muslim and Jewish communities, who might feel that their holidays were removed, or the reference to their holidays were removed from the school calendar because we were trying to seek equality for Muslim students. So part of what we've been trying to do is raise awareness and educate folks on the fact that the boards took this decision upon themselves without consulting with the public, and it's definitely not in accordance with what we're taking. We are planning to work with the Board of Education, hopefully, to set some criteria moving into the future for for specific criteria that would help determine whether or not holidays should be added to the school calendar. But that's something that would be hopefully done soon on a future date.
Zainab Chowdhury, it's good of you to join us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Time now to see